Welcome everyone to Hot Coins, where we have hot cryptocurrencies and even hotter charts. I'm one of your hosts, Tom Hartman, alongside Peter Hartman, my plucky co-host. I'm sorry. I'm one of your hosts, Sacred Prophet,
Right.
alongside Peter, or whoever the hell this guy is. We're here to take a look at the trades for Bitcoin from the week past and the week ahead. We want to be trading 50x leverage because we're degenerates, but we're degenerates with a mind and a heart. Thank you so much for joining us as we take a look at some of our past mistakes and future profits. Peter, how's
Yeah.
your week? How's it going?
Look, I don't know what's going to happen on the stream here. It can't be better than what happened to me last night. No, I'm not going there. That blue cheese sauce,
Right.
it's changed my life.
It's pretty good. I eat it all the time now.
I just got to figure out like normally I'm like, oh, what am I going to eat tonight? Well, now I have to figure out what goes with this blue cheese sauce because that's what I'm eating.
Okay, so I do this. Since I'm on the carnivore diet, I do this the shrimp panna cotta, but I'm not breading it with bread. I'm breading it with pork rinds.
Breading it with what?
Pork rinds. So I take pork rinds and I bread the shrimp, and then I deep fry them, and they taste delicious. I'm hearing Ayla in the background, which is perfectly fine. Just letting everyone know that that's Peter's cute daughter. It's all right. But Peter, I'm on this whole carnivore kick right now. Obviously, trying to get into shape for Consensus 2025 that Peter and I are going to be at for the 13th to the 16th. Looking forward to that. But because of that, I'm doing carnivore stuff. So I found this TikTok channel where they have all these carnivore recipes, and they have stuff like carnivore sauces. They have carnivore, but they have this carnivore bread that people swear is like it tastes just as good as regular bread, that you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. But what it requires is normally what people do for this is that they do this cottage cheese egg mixture or whatever to do this fluffy white bread. But this guy goes a step further, and you have chicken flour inside, which is that you cook and dry out a bunch of chicken and make chicken flour. So it's flour chicken, and egg white powder. So all the egg whites, you dry them out, egg white powder, and you double cream of tartar and some other stuff, and now it bakes like bread. And he swears that people can't tell the difference between this and like normal brioche or whatever. And you make burger buns out of it, you make loaves out of it, you make whatever. And so
Is
you have
this
this meat,
real?
yeah. So you have this meat type of situation, and cheese. I eat cheese as well, and it's all carnivore, and you don't miss all the extra stuff, except that it costs obviously crap ton of money in order to have chicken flour and egg
Wait,
flour,
do you
egg
make
white powder.
they sell chicken flour or do you have to make it yourself?
So they do, but it costs. Well, chicken flour they only sell in the United States.
We are going to get
Well,
to the charts, by the way. This will be done in about 5 seconds. Go ahead.
no, we just do about 20 to 30 minutes, just like a 45 minutes, just a quick mini podcast within this podcast, just to get the juices flowing, just so you know who we are, and then we get to it. Peter, this to me is like, oh, we talked about this before, but you don't know it. The Sacred Symbols podcast from Colin Moriarty, from Kind of Funny IGN fame, video game podcast. And there's like a 3 or 4 hour podcast about video games ostensibly, but you wouldn't know it here in the first hour.
Okay, but I'm not doing that. Okay, this is supposed to be fast.
You're in it. No, Revelation's supposed to be fast. Sunday Fuels, however long I want.
Okay.
When you clip
whatever.
it out, people are going to get to watch the clips that they want. But anyone watching live wants a lot of sacred profit
Okay.
and a little bit of you.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
I am interested about this. So this chicken flour, you can buy it?
Well, you can only buy it in the United States. They don't sell it in Canada, but you can make it. And it's way cheaper. If you buy it, it's like $100, $100 for like a pound or 2 pounds or whatever. It's crazy. So, but I've crapped on the chicken flour now because, anyways, my wife made it for me. Poor Ayla, you gotta make sure that she's.
Oh yeah, let me mute it. Hang on. I hope I properly muted myself just now.
No, not at all. Okay, so yes, the what's been bothering me here as far as the charts are concerned is that we didn't get the 10 to 15% pullback that I was looking for. We're gonna have to pause a second. It's a little too loud on her.
Oh, I didn't mute myself. Oh my goodness, I didn't mute myself. All right.
Yeah. So the issues that I have with the week pass for the Bitcoin trades is that we did reach some of basically all the levels I was thinking that we would reach, but we didn't get the 10 to 15% pullback by May 1st that I was hoping for. That's not good. It's not a good thing. It's potentially pretty bad because in a healthy run up, what you want is for the price to stair step its way forward, right? So you go up, you'll pull back, you go up, you pull back, you go up and pull back. And when you get this sort of like eking out all the way up, you're exhausting all the buyers, you're clearing out all the short sellers. And then once the short sellers are gone, which is most of your fuel, then what? Price goes down. So that's been annoying. So let's just take a look at the charts from last week. Not a lot of trade setups for what we're looking for. So when we're doing our 50x trades, we are looking for pullbacks to the weekly average. So the last week started over here. Over here on this, change to white. Our previous week started, oh, you want to switch to the charts? So the previous week started over here. And we're looking at this period over here. So as we zoom in, you'll see that we were aiming for this weekly level to touch, which we missed. The 91.8 level we missed. Just like we missed the 84.6 level, and just like we missed the 80 level. Again, as all that happens, it's dangereux. If you'll just remember previously when we were looking at this, you don't see it here now because it's cleared, but the 74 level that was down here, do you remember how this whole time the price was pulling towards that level?
Yeah.
All the ups sort of failed as we pushed towards that level, and it's only we got near enough that it could get cleared by the yearly trend that we actually go ahead and clear our way to the top. So what we're seeing over here, that these weekly levels aren't touched, is because the shorts are being liquidated. So if we take a look at the Bitcoin liquidation charts that we can see on CoinGlass, and I've talked about this in the last few weeks, is that we used to have, like, let's say $4 billion or more worth of shorts versus a few hundred million longs. And we still had the same sort of number of longs, but we're drastically lower on the number of shorts. Here we're just doing a spot check on the different exchanges, but they'd be true over across different exchanges, different assets. You'll get the same sort of thing, that a bunch of the liquidations have occurred. So that means that's what a lot of this upward movement is. It's been liquidation of shorts. This is why
if it's liquidation of shorts, okay, so you're saying the shorts, why is it that the shorts are the ones that have the biggest buying pressure, or however you phrased it?
Well, you forget about shorts or longs. What matters is who's buying and who's selling. Shorts need to buy in order to cover their short position. Whether they're in profit or not, they have to buy back the short in order to realize their profits or stop losing. And the shorts, what they do is that in order to short, they have to borrow futures. They have to borrow futures for someone who's long, sell it on a market, and they have to buy it back from the market later on to give it back to the account that they borrowed it from. And this is called that borrowing costs money. There's a funding fee to it. So just holding a short, whether you're in profit or not, just holding the short, you are spending money every day paying that funding fee. So you can imagine if you have, a $10 million short, you can be paying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just holding that position. So eventually you have to cover it back, which means you have to buy back the $10 million worth.
But why aren't there people who are not short who are buying?
That's right. So that's the question. We're not getting that follow through. We're not getting a corresponding rise in the number of people who are leveraged longs.
Why?
They're just not buying. I can't tell you why. I can only tell you what, when, how, and where. That's it. and who sometimes.
There's nothing. There's nothing in the narrative. I mean, is Michael Saylor buying?
It no, because Michael Saylor, when I was tracking what I thought were his trades, he always bought at the weekly levels. So whenever we got to like you'll notice Saylor buys like at I don't want to go over that right now. Actually, I want to do that one of these days, but it's unclear whether or not he's buying in the open market. And if he is, I think he's still buying along VWAP. So basically, whenever the price pulls back like this, these levels, that's where he's buying from. So like over here, if we take a look at, let me just hide this. Let me make it clear. He's going to be buying whenever you see these bounces here like this, at these weekly trends, and then it bounces up higher, and then over here the weekly trend, and it bounces up higher. That's generally where those people are buying, because you sort of want to buy without. They don't want this to happen. They don't want this to happen where the price just rockets up, and they're causing the price to go up higher, higher, and higher, and they're buying at higher prices. Then their average price is higher than it needs to be. It could be millions and millions of dollars that they're spending that they lose out on because they're not waiting for the price to pull back. Right? They want a dollar cost average in also when they're doing these. And Saylor's not like buying it himself, right? There's probably a third party who's set there. They have a mandate by $5 billion worth, whatever he's buying of Bitcoin. But that's not what's happening here, because we're not getting pullbacks to any of these levels that shows that that's happening. But what we are seeing is the liquidation of the shorts. So once that's done, so right now we're at, let's call it 2 billion. This is on the Binance exchange for the perpetual futures, 2 billion short versus 200 million long. We have here 4 billion short versus 500 million long. So there's still plenty of shorts to liquidate, right? That's why I'm saying that the price could definitely, is definitely likely to get up to this high level, 110 to 140. Definitely possible. And we'll take a look at that when we look at the trades for the week ahead. But I would have expected that with this move up, that the longs would have joined in, and the long leverage would have been there in order to get these to help propel the move up higher. Meanwhile, we're just like eking our way up.
Well, the longs have been waiting for you to tell them we've cleared the VWAP levels and we can go forward. So you didn't give them the all clear.
The all clear I gave is that this around 74 levels where it was going to be the low. That's the all clear you got from your boy Sacred Prophet. Okay, that's what you got over here. That's supposed to be down over here, and so this move up is totally like we knew like to expect this sort of move. We weren't surprised by this move up, but we like to buy in at the dips, and we're not getting our dips there. I would not sound the all clear until we moved down to over here. Like if I saw this move, then I would have said, okay, 80,000, let's go. Here's your second chance. Here's the van has hit the water. Here's your second kick. Go for it. That's not happening. We're eking our way up, but it's still possible for this eke up to happen all the way up to all-time highs.
Wait, are you saying 220 is still in play?
Well, 110 all-time highs and like 140, 150, that to me seems more guaranteed. The longer the stair stepping happens without a pullback, the less likely it becomes. Remember, it's not a healthy move up. You're not getting joined in by a bunch of bulls who are helping to drive the price up first through spot and then through leverage. That's not happening. So it's not like this big army that's happening. It's the guy who runs out in the front screaming and he looks around and none of his friends are there. So once the shorts realize that and they turn around, the higher we go, we're gonna clear these levels. Like we're gonna clear them. Either that or the yearly trend has to cross over it, and that's not happening anytime soon. Right, our yearly trend here, this guy is not clearing these levels anytime soon. Like that's a next year thing. If we keep doing this, then it clears it. So that's what I'm seeing here. So that's for the week pass. So if we take a look at the week pass over here, just to finish up, what we see here is that the price what it's been respecting is this. What's the yellow one again? The yellow is the weekly. This is the weekly volume weighted moving average. It's really been respecting that. So we got the week started. It tried to pull down to get down to this level. It didn't work. You see the level here that it got to?
Yeah.
Like literally on the nose. That's exactly where it hit here. That's exactly where it hit here. That is the, this is the 92.7. 1 second here. 92.702. That's the secular M3. Secular M3 is all the threes are cyclical. I got to do a video one of these days just explain what the 3s, 4s, 6, and 9s mean. But 4s are seasonal and 3 are cyclical, and they end up being pretty strong places where the price might bounce. They don't like define the trend or not, but they are strong zones where you're gonna get bounces. And so it made sense that over here we moved up. So the price moved up during the week. This trend that we drew sometime back that got created from back over here with these two pivot points. This is back in December 2024. December 2024. That's the level that the price is respected right now, that trend level. So it bounced once, bounced twice, came back down, pulled down to this level, rose back up. Why? Because it needed to touch the one of the other VWAP levels, weekly VWAP levels that wasn't touched before. Remember, I said that the price is going to move into this area, and then it hit again. So that was at 96.5, 96.4, and then we had this other level of 97.5, which I also talked about, which would be the highest part of where I think the price could get to in this area, which is over here. It touched exactly that level. As soon as that was cleared, now we start moving our way down. And we moved. I've been short basically since over here. I shorted here and I shorted here.
So your signals or your indicators are still spot on.
Yes, but these types of shorts, this is not like the current week short, the current day short, right? Here we're just, whenever we reach one of these levels, an old level, from the bottom we short, when we get it when we rise from the bottom we short, when we come down from the top, we go long. That's just how it goes, because if it's going to bounce, it'll bounce at that level. So that's why I short here and I short over here, writing this all the way down to over here. And where did we go? We ended up now we're right here under this trend. You see?
Mm-hmm.
And we're bouncing around the VWAP level for the week, the weekly one over here, but we're now printing a bearish, you see the red over here? This is a bearish VWAP trend.
I see it.
So it just started. This is the first real red one. We had a little fake one over here. Well, this is our first red block since a while now, for quite a while, for weeks.
So that's good. That means we might go drop down, catch those Pokemon and get back on top.
Yeah. So the ideal is that we drop from over here. That would be the ideal. That's what I'm actually hoping for. So we'll see. This is the weekly. The weekly trend is ending tonight at 8 p.m. The 8 to 10 candle. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. candle, Eastern Standard Time. And what I would love to see is a fall towards that level. We clear this. I would want this basically to clear and that we drop all the way down through. Is that going to happen? Not likely, because when we take a look at the liquidity, what we're looking for right now, what we should anticipate right now, is this period of sideways action, sideways to up. So I'm expecting just like this middling thing happening over here until we break out. So we'll see what kind of levels show up week to week. But I think it's very likely that all we do at most is touch 91.8, stay sideways until the price breaks out May 20th. May 20th is when we should have the breakout that heads up to this level over here, which is 101. 101.8. So that'll be right around here. So mark down any calendars. May 20th, May 19th, May 20th is when we should see the breakout start, where we rocket up to at least over here. We do have 2 air pockets coming up, and that is a small air pocket over here on May 8th. That's in 4 days. And then another one on May 16th. So those would be dips that you can buy. I can't hear you.
The air pocket you're talking about is the dip in the liquidity at the bottom there.
Correct. Air pocket over here, air pocket over here. This is why it's so important to get the offset right for the liquidity, because it'll give you the range of where that air pocket might actually be. You see where the levels are at the time and can give you some short-term trades. Is that going to be a 10% down? I don't think so. If that didn't happen over here, then I don't really see it happening. But who knows? Could be wrong. Could be a catalyst. Could be a violent wick down. There's no way to know. Right? These things happen.
I need Trump to tweet or something. Like he's got a
remember
a great time to sell. That's what he should tweet. A great time to sell.
Right. Well, remember last time this happened over here, where we had a wick all the way down, then a close up higher, then a skyrocket up, and then immediately reversal down. Like these things can happen. Like if you think the price can get to 80,000, boy, you better get yourself right with the Lord, because it can absolutely do that. It could absolutely wick all the way down there, just freak everybody out, and then skyrocket afterwards. No reason why it can't do that. We're dealing with closing values here, right? The chart here, this liquidity chart, deals with closing values. But sometimes whatever happens in Vegas sometimes stays in Vegas, bruv. So that can happen. All right, so I'm looking for, I already mentioned that May 19th, 20th is when we're going to expect the next rocket up. So wherever we're going to get any dips soon, that's where I would want to be adding into a leverage long. So in 4 days and in 4 days after that, in 4 days and then in 8 days after that, I'd be looking to add into dips. I do have buy orders set at 91.8, at 84.
Wait, just before you get into these buy orders, are we done with the previous week?
Yes.
All right, so previous week, what's the recap on that? Just want to cap off this clip.
Nothing really happened in the previous week. The price moved sideways. We didn't actually get to complete our weekly trade. And what the price did was capture the previous levels that we targeted last week as the upside potential. That's all that happened. Gotcha. So if you took those trades, great. It would have been hard, right? You'd have to take them basically at this level over here, which I don't normally point out. That's where the price bounced twice, and that's where you would have made some money out to the upside. But that's that's one of the reasons to have the signal, these tools, so that you can make these trades on your own. I can't be calling out all these other types of things, because these are other types of situations. I only really like to call out the daily and the weekly trades on Sunday Fuel, but these things, there's always setups ready for you to know to make money.
All right. And so I interrupted you. You were talking about those levels. This is for the upcoming week?
Yeah. So the week ahead, we're expecting here the 95.3 level to be where our weekly trade will start, right? Our weekly target. Now, because that's our weekly target, and we're so close to the price, this is a rule I've told you just a few times before, but it doesn't come up often. But when the week starts and we're already at near that price, let's say we're slightly above it, then it's no longer a short, it's a buy from that area, because you're already at that level from the top. If this price closes, if our closing price here closes above 95.3 and we're still in here in this area, I would immediately take a long. I would also set up a buy order here at this level down here at 94.2, just in case the price dips and then goes. But at basically 8, 9, 10 o'clock, depending on what the price action is, if we're still above this 95.3, take the long and expect us to move up, that we're going to be edging our way up towards, where's that level? This level up here, 103, let's call it 103.9, that we're going to be edging our way up in that direction. I don't think it'll skyrocket or anything like that. I think we're just going to be edging our way towards there, and we'll see what the weekly trades are like. So not very exciting. It's a boring period. I just have a perpetual short on. This is what I love, when the price just keeps missing the levels, because then I always have this. I always favor the downside if that's where the levels are. because the next major weekly level is all the way up. Where are you? All the way. Oh no, they're done. Let me just double check. Nope, we have a level of over here at 101.8. So, and it's no coincidence that all these crisscross trends are all around this area over here, which is lining up with what? It's lining up exactly with the area that I'm talking about. So you want to be taking on the dips, you want to be taking long positions, targeting this 101.8 level. But that's not for next week. That's just until we get there. But because we have only one level over here and 1, 2, 3 levels down here, you want some downside positions to cover that. So you might do 2.5 on the long. Well, depends how you want to set that up. Because I always look at price action over here. Whenever you have price actions right around trend levels, it becomes difficult for me to like suggest what trade you should do. You sort of want to wait till the trade goes in your direction before you get in. If you're crazy degenerate like me, I'm already short. I'm already short 2.5% of the portfolio just to write it down, because if that heads all the way down to over here, I'm making, that's a 16% move, right? That's 16% move, so that's 800% gain on that position. It's like there's no reason not to take it. But I am looking for bounces for longs, which is also going to be 2.5 on every one of those bounces, 2.5% of my portfolio as we move up to the, I mean, I'll just keep holding them because ultimately the liquidity is up and to the right. And as long as I keep my position small enough and I manage the liquidations, I could ride that up all the way to July, which is what I should have been doing down here. Because here I took my long and I closed it. I closed it over here, but I could have held it all the way up to now and not closed it at all, which is what I advise. I did advise people to do. Just hold on to that long.
So is that it for the upcoming week?
That's it for the upcoming week. Okay, that is your Sunday fuel. You see how I could take off my my sacred profit entertainment hat and just give you the straight facts, give you the numbers, give you the chart, show you what needs to be done. If people get to stick through the boring middle parts, they get the nice stuff bootstrapped at the beginning and at the end. That's why we gotta get that carnivore talk at the beginning. That's why we're gonna get the family stuff out of the way. That's why we're gonna get some of that friendly banter. That's how we get the clicks. That's how we get the views. Like and subscribe if you like all this, folks. This is what we do.
So you described how it's boring, but we can make money up, down, or sideways.
Yeah, absolutely. So
why is it boring?
Well, it's boring because you're waiting. It's
waiting for
the
what?
fish to get on the hook, for the fish to bite.
But don't we always have fish?
Yeah, but sometimes they're jumping, and other times it's sort of like, all right, just reel it in.
You mean like the magnitude of your gains increases and decreases? You can gain, but the magnitude.
Well, some of these I can't even take the trade, right? If it's too low, if it's less than 1% move or whatever, if it's like a riskier bounce on one of these trend lines, I don't take the trade.
But that doesn't sound like you can make money up, down, or sideways.
Well, you can. It's just not every single week, not every single day.
Oh, I see. I see what you mean. I get it.
The thing is, here the fish is building, right? Before it's like, okay, we're getting trades every day, but they're 1 to 2% moves.
Mhm.
Great. 100%, 100%, 100%, 100% gain. That's great. Then it moves a little bit more, 200%, 400% gain. But here we're setting up 800% gains potentially. But that means you gotta let that line out. You gotta let that line out. Let it out. Woo, buddy. I got it. Let it out.
What's the price going to be?
I've never held a fishing rod in my life. I don't know if that comes through.
It comes
no
through.
idea.
What are we going to be at? What's the price going to be at, or the market's going to be at consensus 2025? So in 2 weeks.
Ooh, yeah. You know what? Everyone's gonna be very happy because that'll be. Oh no, we're gonna have a dip during that week. I hope we get to I hope we get a healthy pullback, but it'll be probably during consensus 2025. But the people at the Bitcoin conference at the end of the month, they're going to have that joy. Bitcoin moving up. They're going to see it touch 101.8. You can print the t-shirts today. Sacred Profit 101.8 during the Bitcoin 25 conference. Actually, maybe I'll make those. Tom was right. I need some Tom was right t-shirts.
You're not Tom though.
Right, that's right. No, I'll make cups that
Your
say
Sacred
it'll
Prophet.
be Sacred Prophet was right, and at the back it'll say don't worship him. Wait, no, I'm gonna make you wear those t-shirts at Consensus 2025. Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you. No thanks.
So yes, 101.8 for Bitcoin 2025 consensus. I'm gonna say 91.8. 91.8 during Consensus 2025.
Look, that'll be good for you. People are going to be looking for somebody who can guide them, tell them what's going on, why is it so low, how can we get up, how can we make some profit?
I'll tell you, I'll take the sadness and suffering of people getting liquidated if it means me being right. I mean, I'll take it. There's like a silver lining in there. It means like it's a good thing. It means that they should have been following me the whole time. And the sadder they are, the more I know that they weren't listening to me. Why wouldn't you listen to somebody who could see the future? It doesn't even make any sense. Why would you do that? Obviously, listen to the guy who I don't even have any ego about it. Don't worship me.
I'm surprised about the people who know better, who don't listen to you. I won't name names. I won't name
especially
names.
when I know them. It's very fun.
Yeah, but they call you. They call you when the sky's falling.
It's reassuring to know. To me, it's like, do you remember? What was that movie? The Day After Tomorrow, I think it was, where the disaster movie, and then there's like a. Is that the movie where there's a wave, a tsunami that's coming on the beach, and it's this blonde girl with her father, and they're holding each other on the beach as the wave is coming over?
No, blonde girl.
No, that's
you're mixing Deep Impact with.
No, that's not Deep Impact. I'm mixing. Wait, it is Deep Impact.
Yeah, but she's not blonde. I don't think she. Well, maybe she's a dirty blonde.
No, it's a blonde woman.
Yeah,
and she's standing with her father, and I always remember that moment because he's holding her, and they had planned to go there to the beach to face death that way, and she holds him, and the waves come in. She goes, oh, "Daddy, I'm scared," and he says, "I know, sweetie, I know. That's me. I'm your daddy. Hold me."
That ends with them dying. That ends with them dying.
It ends with us moving forward together.
I always thought that was horrible. Like I had it wrong, but when I was younger, when I saw that movie, I thought, it doesn't end with them getting hit. It ends with them separated and drowning in the water. But no, if that water hits you, it's like getting hit by a car.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Great flick.
They're coming out with another Final Destination.
Of course. What is it? Final Destination 8 now?
Final Destination Bloodlines,
4 or 5. Yeah. I stopped after for like 4 or 5. I was like, okay, this is just
gotta watch them all, Tom.
This is like Hostel all over again. It's just snuff movies.
Well, look, this has been fun and exciting. Where can we get these indicators, Tom?
That's the goal, folks. Consensus 2025. That's sort of like a tentative deadline for a soft launch of the Sacred Profit dashboard, or at least the availability of the tools, where everyone's going to be able to quickly go and click a button, have it added to their TradingView account. All it takes is 19 easy payments of $99.99. No, free, obviously free, as we've talked about the whole time, so that'll be exciting. But if you don't want to wait, if you're just so excited, the 4,000 viewers who are watching us right now, if you just can't wait, please just tweet me, post me, just message me on Telegram, put a comment on YouTube or whatever, reach out.
Telegram.
And yeah, if you go to Sacred Profit, Telegram, t.m/Sacred Profit.
I don't think you've ever pitched your Telegram.
I'd rather X.
Yeah, stick it, keep the X.
Well, some people message me on Telegram. That's why I mentioned it.
I see.
And I'll happily grant you access to the indicators. All you have to do is sign up as an affiliate for one of our crypto platforms. Fees you're paying anyway. Go ahead. Happy trading.
And once every week, we will be giving away a chicken loaf bread. So
that's right.
Everybody, every single week.
That's right. This is Hot Profits, the show of the hotter charts and even hotter profits. Um, God, I love watching hot ones. It's so fun.
I don't watch it.
Watching celebrities pretend to be like regular day
I
people,
don't like watching celebrities.
talking to somebody who's obviously a regular person.
Right.
It's great.
It's
How
so
did you
so
do that? How
lame.
did you know that about me? How did you really did a deep dive? I don't know. Pay me $100,000 just to look up information about you. I'll find all kinds of stuff. I'll follow you for a week. What are you talking about? What's the difficulty there?
You watch hot ones?
Yeah, I watch hot ones.
Why would you take your precious time of all the things you could do and watch hot ones?
No. I don't just sit down and watch hot ones. I can turn on the news. No, I just have it in the background just to drown out noise around me or just whatever. I'm not there like, what did I miss in hot ones? It's just this noise of people behind me. And to me, there's nothing as comforting as watching District 1 in full display. Whenever I see District 1 shows, you're like, the Gazans are dying still, right? There's still a war in Ukraine, and I'm watching Idris Elba just eat chicken wings, questioning his manhood. I just feel like this is so, what is it? Katniss Everdeen, everybody. Katniss Everdeen. Her dress is so wonderful. She's gonna die, but her dress is so beautiful. Feels pretty good. All right.
Awesome.
That's it for us. We'll be back next Sunday with more Sunday Fuel.
We'll be here this week for Revelation.
That's right. We'll be during the week for Revelations. If anything like significant happens, obviously, if I'm right about anything, I'm jumping on. I'm going to do the laps, do the rounds. So you want to be right with me? Go ahead, take the trades. Follow my Twitter account at Sacred Profit.
There you.
And that's where I put like my surefire trades. Everything I post on Sacred Profit is basically guaranteed profits. You don't want to miss out on that. Don't do your own research. I'm your research, and or the opposite of that, just for the government or CRA or feds or whatever. The opposite of that. I mean, do your own research. Everything I say is nonsense. You're going to lose all your money guaranteed. There, said it. We're going to be doing Revelations, Peter, from Consensus 2025. So excited. So that'll be fun. And if the dip happens there, you're going to find some Revelations on the floor of Consensus 2025. And if anyone's watching this and they know Charles Hoskinson, please reach out because we would love to interview him while we're at Consensus 2025. No one loves you more than we do. No one understands your vision more than we do. And we are Cardanians, Cardanites, Cardawans to the core. So please send the word out to Charles. I've seen him do interviews with people a lot less interesting than me or Peter. So please just let us know. Actually, Peter, can you just name a few people that he did interviews with that were more boring than we are?
Can't even recall their names. They're so freaking boring.
Someone naming is Tony Pompliano, something like that. Tony, not even. Alex Friedman. No, he was an AI. Never mind. But we'll be fun. We'll ask good questions. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm out of here. Go ahead. Let's end the stream. Let's just cut it out. Let's just wrap it. Let's just go. Let's just be in the aether.
All right.
Sacred Prophet.
All right.
Signing out. Sacred Prophet signs
Okay,
out.
I'm gonna push the button now.